What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bring Me Joycon. So, you guys know, if you've seen my channel before, that I am a sucker for nostalgia. I love old video games. They take me right back to my childhood. I don't know if that's a weird mechanism to deal with my issues, or if, like everybody else, I just like nostalgia. But it feels nice to go back and revisit those games. And so something that I kind of wanted to talk about was, so early on I played the NES and the Super Nintendo, and then for Christmas me and my bro got an N64, and the N64 was a very special era to me because I was like 10 or 11, just getting like really into playing like kind of more complicated games, bigger games, and we went to my cousin's house and we got to play Mario 64 on Christmas Eve. And this game blew me away. I had never seen a three-dimensional game before that point. I think a lot of people hadn't. Mario 64 was kind of the first to really kind of set you into that 3D open world like that. Ocarina of Time being another one, but that's more of an RPG style game, where this was, just the platformer. You're just collecting coins and stars, and you're jumping on enemies. And so anyway, ever since the Nintendo Switch came out, as you can see, I'm a big fan of the Nintendo Switch. I love it. It's probably one of my favorite consoles in a long time. And I've been kind of looking for that, for that style of platformer. And I thought we were going to get it with Yooka-Laylee, and we didn't. And I was very disappointed, and I haven't tried a Hat in Time yet, but I think a Hat in Time would probably do it. But I want to tell you guys about a game that recently came out that is owned by Microsoft, that came over to the Switch. Thank you, Microsoft, for that. Hopefully you keep doing this, because I believe that was your third game that came over to the Nintendo Switch that used to be Microsoft exclusive. This game is Super Lucky's Tale. This game captures all of that stuff that I was just talking about. The collecting and the jumping on the enemies' heads, and the world designs are just, it's absolutely fantastic. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is the game that I have been waiting for, that I didn't know I was waiting for all this time. Switch is in its third year now, and we finally have a platformer that, to me, it's apparent that this is very inspired by the N64 era of platformers. And so I just wanted to talk to you guys about that. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, if you are anything like me, you love platformers. The Nintendo 64 was full of platformers, and I have been searching and searching for the game that would feel like that. That would take me back to those days, because you've got, on the Switch, you got your Fortnite and your shooters like that, and you've got side scrollers, you got Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, and you've got all these things. You've even got Zelda games. But what's really missing nowadays from this is your 3D platformers. And when I saw that Super Lucky's Tale was coming to the Switch, I was pretty excited. But then I learned that it was new Super Lucky's Tale. So basically, the people that made this game said, you know what, when we released this on the Xbox, this wasn't our best work, and there's things we could improve about this game. So when we make the Nintendo Switch version, we are going to spend 16 months fixing this game. That's right, 16 months they spent tweaking this game, adding levels, tweaking you know, just little things they didn't like to fix the overall experience. And it took them 16 months, and this is the final product. And they actually see it as a separate game than the Xbox version. Not really a sequel, but just a separate version. Because so much was, in fact, changed about this when they released it for the Nintendo Switch. So, when you pick up your Switch copy, you are getting what the creators think is the best version of Super Lucky's Tale. When I saw reviews rolling in of this game, I knew I had to pick it up. When people, you know, were saying it's a collectathon and the controls feel very nice, I just knew that I was going to have to pick this up. And I finally got my hands on a copy, and I started it up, and not only did it have all those things, it has great controls. You have full control over your character. It doesn't feel weird at all. You've also got a dig burrow button, so if you hold ZR, you can actually burrow under the ground and grab coins and things that are hidden under the ground. You can actually dig underneath an enemy and jump up underneath them to kind of do like a little paralyzed thing, like you're knocking them out, kind of, and then jump on them for a second time to kill them. But not only do you have all those great things, but you've also got this wonderful cast of friendly, fun characters, and it reminds me a lot. I know I keep saying the N64 era, but it does. It reminds me of, you know, the characters from like Banjo-Kazooie or Conker's Bad Fur Day, just the colorful, vibrant characters and their unique personalities, and it's just fantastic. It's something that we were definitely missing out on this generation, and something that I feel has really gone away. And these are that's like my favorite style of game ever. So of course I was immediately hooked on this, and not only is this an awesome 3D platformer, which I think is probably, you know, the main best focus of this game, but there's also little side puzzles, and so it's sort of like a puzzle game at certain points in the game. It's also sort of like a side-scroller. There's side-scrolling levels where you have control of how quick you're going, and it's just like a traditional side-scroller. But there's also certain little mini-levels that push you through the game, almost like Mario Run on your phone. Like you have control of the jump feature, and you've got to time it just right, but you can't stop yourself. Lucky is just running forward, and it's fun. It's like a nice little break from the 3D world for a few minutes. Nice little mini game, and then you get right back into the 3D platformer action. But I cannot say enough good things about this game, and I'm, 6 or 7 hours in. I love it. I absolutely love it, and it's just fantastic. And I'm not trying to just be nothing but positive here. I mean, I tried to find some downfalls, but I really can't. This game is fantastic. The art style is very cool. The sound effects and the controls of your character and the storyline and everything about it is just, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a great game. I highly recommend you pick this up, especially at like $40. Walmart, I think, has it for $33 or $34. So that's a great deal if you want a physical copy. Again, I highly recommend this. If you like Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, A Hat in Time, any of those 3D platformers, this game is definitely for you. And I had never even heard of these people that made it. So that says a lot. I'm definitely going to keep them on my radar now. But yes, please, Microsoft, bring more 3D platformers over. Bring more things that you own over. We are still waiting for Banjo-Kazooie, but I have faith in you guys and your new friendship with Nintendo, and I think you're going to do it. So I am patiently waiting over here. Guys, if you enjoy my content, if you like my reviews, my playthroughs, my gaming news, please consider subscribing to the channel. Please follow me on Instagram. Please join us on Discord if you like to chat video games. And we'll see you in the next video.